Good morning, everybody. I'm the one. Be easy. That's cool. This just pissed me off. So, I like the Fortnite jerseys. The color's ugly, but it's Fortnite. I get it. Here's my beef. NBA All-Star jerseys. When you had the chance to promote the WNBA. This is what WNBA players mean by the NBA doesn't give the NBA, the WNBA is just rewards. It doesn't give it the proper promotion it needs to be a sustainable, a more profitable league, because it's sustainable to be a profitable league. Ain't none of these WNBA teams NBA All-Stars. If you're going to separate the league in men and women, you could have easily separated NBA and WNBA. So, I got beef. Because I wasn't even going to speak today. That's why the Fortnite jerseys are worth more than the NBA jerseys. Because there is the separation of NBA and WNBA right now. And the women are working hard to keep the WNBA afloat and for their paycheck. Give them their just due deserts, you know? This is cool. I like the white one better. They look better without the hood too. I can show you the world. Yeah, so I got beef with that. I don't care what nobody said. But anyway. Yeah, that just pissed me off so much. It was a gumball. It was a gumball. It was a gun. Yeah, that just you know, because the WNBA, the NBA just started. So they got to promote the NBA. But what does that have to do with the ladies that work hard? You know, all season, all off season. To put them in an NBA jersey, you think when the WNBA start, the NBA gonna put LeBron James in a WNBA jersey? Fuck no. So beef. I got beef. My beef is with Apex. Well, not Apex, but the Apex community. Here's the beef. Catalyst. Supposedly the next legend in Apex Legends. Because it's still not, necessarily. I haven't seen the trailer, so I'm not going to say it's not confirmed. But that's I know on my end. Had to turn it down slightly. But that's on my end. But they're all like Catalyst. It's the first trans character in Apex Legends. Well, we all know that's false. That's false as hell. The first trans character in Apex Legends, Revenant. Revenant was the first person to literally change who they are, whether by choice or not. Like, why, right? Where? Revenant was a man who's now a similar crime. Same as Ash. That's literally changing sex. Changing who they were born as. He was born a man. Now he's a robot. That's definition of trans. That's a trans character. Might not be transgender, but that's a trans character. Just like Seer was quote unquote the first black character, when Mirage is black. Mirage is as black as this man. I felt good to have a light-skinned black man as a character on Apex. Because I'm a light-skinned black man. But they were all like, Seer's the first black man. Because he's black as hell. So I got beat. People want to push an agenda so much they don't see what's right in front of them. She is the first chocolate brother. Yes. But he's not the first black man. Shuri, how do you do? Yeah, I feel a way about not recasting Black Panther as a black man and turning him into a woman. Essentially taking the black man out of Wakanda. Essentially taking the black man out of the household. Yeah, I got beat. But it's about inclusion. It's about, right? Chad Boseman. They haven't recast T'Challa. Don't recast T'Challa. There is. You know, like, it just, nah, whatever, man. Disney. Doing what Disney does. But you're supposed to be happy with it and deal with it. All this support the black woman shit. But where the hell is supporting the black man? Where is protecting the black man? Protecting the black household? I'm a father. I would complain about that shit because I'm a black father. Take care of his kid. Take me out the household. Like, it's one thing about relationships not working, but it's another thing to literally take the household out of the household. So damn right I feel away. Like, hey, Mr. Black Man, you get gangster movies. You could be in the next sports movie. But all that family shit, get that thought out your head. The last director to show a strong black household is Jordan Peele in Us. The last black actor before the last, black film before that I could think of, even director to do that, like, was Ice Cube and Cube Visions in the Friday movies. Jordan Peele, Us, strong black family, dealing and handling together. Before that, there was Ice Cube. Visions Friday. Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry makes movies about overcoming. So the family is never together to begin with. So the family isn't together to begin with. It's all about finding your groove again. He's stuck in this house, Stella got your groove back phase. There's never a household that's together that stays together. And then all his movies are like the black man. The blacker the man, the worse he is. You know how Family Guy had that color scale at the border thing? That's how Tyler Perry movie is based. Except it go from light-skinned brother to dark-skinned brother. Once you pass a certain caramel complexion, you the bad guy. That's pretty cool. It's a Tyler Perry movie for you. So I got beef. The black family's never together. It's always black man beats up black woman. Black woman cheats with a white guy. You know, so the family's separated in the beginning. Then they find love in all the most unusual places. In Medea's bra. Shit. So do I have beef? I got beef. I've always seen myself with a woman of a different race. I always seen myself with a woman of the same race. I see myself with a lot of women. Me and my friends, we had this thing we call Rainbow Push. Oh, yeah. Rainbow Push. Rainbow Push is that we gonna have a girlfriend, we gonna sleep with a girlfriend, with a girl of every race. Why? Because love is love. That's why. Your race had nothing to do with being able to give you love. So we called it Rainbow Push. So, there's that. You know, yeah, because for real, you can't sit here and act like racism isn't real. You know, racism is real. You can't sit here and act like it don't exist. But that don't mean that because you acknowledge racism that you support racism. Because you have to acknowledge the problem to fix the problem. So it's tough. Racism isn't necessarily, like people say, hate is taught. And that is true sometimes. But it's also gained through experience and things of that sort. So you can't necessarily say that racism is taught, if that makes sense. You know? So you have to make sure that you make it a pleasurable experience. You know? I say racism, when I say racism isn't taught, there's different levels of racism. Like there's systematic racism, right? Where the person who has the power is prejudiced. That's systematic racism. Then there's what I call non-racist racism. Non-racist racism is racism like, I feel comfortable here because we look alike, type of thing. You know, like, I feel comfortable at this barbershop because this barber and I share the same hair texture. You get what I'm saying? That's non-racist racism. It's the similarities that you both have that draw you together, not the differences. but it's still racism because only a specific race can cater to that need of yours. Son of a bitch. Get what I'm saying? But hair, it like hairstyles. How people make hairstyles racist is racist. Braids. Like any hair can get braided. So to say that braids are only a black person thing is racist. Or to say that because somebody get their hair braided, you know, if a person of non-African descent get their hair braided, it's racist. It's not. There's only so much you could do with hair. That's like if you're gonna sit here and tell me that a person getting their hair braided is racist, then I'm gonna sit here and tell you that straightening your hair, getting a perm is racist. So, you really want to play that role with me? Of course you don't, because motherfuckers love your perms. Because you want your hair to be straight and fine like you see certain people. I want to say white people, but just to say white people would be racist, because there's a lot of different races that have straight fine hair. There's a lot of races that have curly hair. You know, hair comes in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Like Asian people. Asian people have straight fine hair. Hispanics have a mixture of both. So, again, it's unintentional racism. Oh, come on. No, systematic racism is those that can be prejudiced because they're in a position of power. For example, I'm going to use an example that nobody wants to admit is an example. Tyler Perry, Jordan Peele. They won't cast. They'll never make a movie starring starring a non-black cast. You know, majority non-black cast. I'm gonna put it like that because it's not just against whites; it's against any race that's not black. That's racism. That's systematic racism because they have the power and the platform by being directors and having their own studio, like Tyler Perry has his own studios, to make that call. That's systematic racism. People don't want to hear that because they're used to the shoe being on the other foot. But that's how far people, you know, the system itself has come. That's how far the system itself has come. Where anybody with in a position of power can abuse that power. So to say that, you know, I hate when I hear my fellow people of color say black people can't be racist because they confuse systematic racism with other forms of racism, which is I just hate you because of your race type of thing. Like, no, you can still be a racist piece of shit. You're sitting here talking about all white people, all Asian people. Like, yeah, you can still be a racist piece of shit if you are black. Because my words. I can't speak for everybody's words, but I think you're a piece of shit if you're racist. No matter, right, what race you are. A turd sandwich is a turd sandwich. No matter who turd it is. Oh man, I'm not gonna get to finish it. I really enjoy building in here. It's not bad. I'm going. Don't you rush me. So, there's different forms of racism. Then there's racist. I hate you literally just because of your race. Nothing more, nothing less. Then there's self-hating racists. I hate myself because of my race. Oh, there's only two of us left. No, then there's self-hating racists. I hate myself because because of my race. You know. Then there is taught racism. It's, you know, can't act like it don't exist. That's why I have, like, personally, I don't believe that American slavery should be taught in elementary schools or high schools. It should be something that's a college curriculum when you're a little bit more mature to handle the subject. Because taught racism. You're gonna tell kids that don't even understand sharing their toys really that once upon a time ago these people own these people and they did all these horrible things. That's creating hate and divide right there. From elementary school. They don't even know how to share their toys properly yet. They can't even comprehend the other sex yet. But you want to teach about American slavery to these kids. Little Johnny can't even, like, 2 plus 2 is how much? Like I said, right? If you have 2 apples and I give you 2 more apples, how many apples do you have? When you still having that conversation with a kid, how the fuck do you expect them to understand, you know, slavery? Right? Shouldn't be something that you're taught until you're older. When you're in college. Because look at how we start stories. Like, look at how all fairy tales start. Once upon a time, long ago, in a place far, far away, there was a princess. And bitches still want to grow up to be princesses. Excuse my language. You know, every man all of a sudden is a king. Every woman is a queen now. But you want to start with once upon a time, long ago, this person owned that person. To a kid. And that's what made this country great. America, the greatest country in the world. And then we sell kings and queens to these kids, making kids believe that, not understanding like how it feeds into racism. Now, XYZ owned XYZ, right? What gave slave masters the right to own slaves? The Bible. Right? What do kings and queens command that's similar to slaves? They have subjects. Can't be a queen or a king without loyal subjects. Subjects is just a nice word of saying motherfucking slave. That's what that is. It's a nice way of saying motherfucking slaves. Can't be a king or queen without slaves. Am I right or wrong? And then let's go down the rabbit hole some more. It's a representation. All Disney princesses are the majority is white. So they're telling you this is what kings and queens look like, right? And kings and queens have subjects, aka slaves. You know, like crazy. It's mad crazy. But I didn't mean to hit y'all with so much to think about as soon as you wake up. I'm going to start a podcast called The One Man Podcast. It's just going to be me ranting for like 30 hours. Like, and one more thing. You know? Like, let me tell y'all about how racism or the thoughts of racism has affected my life as an adult. So, I am a home health aide. That's my job. I take care of old folks. Help them around the house. You know? Not quite a CNA. I'm not cleaning up no poop. But everything else, I gotta give you a hand with. Cooking, cleaning, you know, running errands. This is my job. But if I have to compare it with what history has told me, I'm a house nigga. But that's what history has told me. You know, I work for a person of color. And I work for a person of non-color, or a paler color, I should say, because every color is a color. Every hue is a color. So, you know, there's a lot that weighs heavy on my soul sometimes. When it's not a bad job, it has, if we talk about job security is there as long as, I'm not abusing grandma and grandpa. But the fact that the names in history a person has been called that holds my position. You know, it's a big deal. At least to me. It makes you feel away. Like, should I feel bad for having job security? Should I feel bad for the position I hold? House, like, job security matters. Why? Because having a job is mandatory in this world. And they're like, why? Why is having a job mandatory? Like, because of this thing called society. Like, curiosity, knowledge, all that stuff, right? All that stuff it plays a factor into this, into society. Because when it comes to it, when it comes down to it, there is it's so hard to explain. Okay, we have come a long way as humans, right? As far as we know, which isn't much if we want to be frank and honest about the world. We don't know shit. Scientists can't explain shit. Religion says, shut the fuck up, stop asking questions, like parents being asked too many questions. Don't think about it too hard. It is just what it is. So we really don't know shit. Oh, come here. You're so cool. So we really don't know shit. But we work because of fear of everybody has to contribute to society. This is why we work. Money is used to manipulate and control. It's not that it's a real aspect of life, but it's not a real aspect of life. It's used to control. Something to get for you to get your fat ass up and contribute to society. If you don't have money, you can't eat. If you can't eat, you can't survive. You can't buy a woman nice things. You can't buy yourself nice things. You can't put a roof over your head. Like, that's what money, that's the fear of having, that's the fear of not having money. But money isn't real. The real money is, how do you contribute to society? That's the real money. How can you contribute to society? How can you play your part? Now, if we listen to the Bible, nobody has to work, because God provides everything we need to live and survive. Right? But knowledge, curiosity, all that stuff, that contributes to the way society is too. Because the question of, if nobody have to work, right? Let's say you could just walk into the grocery store right now and walk out with whatever you need. Overpopulation, over farming, not over, over hunting of food. Using up all our resources. What if we use up all our resources? What if we use up all our resources? This is why people have to work a 9 to 5. This is why we have to spend money to buy food in order to conserve our resources. This is why everybody can't be rich. Because again, if you have money just to throw and, buy food, how many people throw away fries they don't want to eat? That comes with a meal, but you know that if you get the meal, you're going to get the fries, even though you don't want the fries. This is why we have to work a 9 to 5. So that we have something to do, we don't get lazy, and we don't eat up all our food. Because let's say there is a magical factory, like, if there was a magical factory, I should say, where no matter what, food just keeps going, just keeps replenishing, I'll be one of the first people to be like, fuck that 9 to 5. We literally have an unlimited source of food. But that unlimited source of food isn't going to build a house. So you got to build a house. Yeah. You know? Gotta build a house. Who's gonna build that house? Like, you need people to help you raise that barn. That's society. That's people contributing to society. It's not my barn, but I'll help you raise that barn. That barn wall. Why? Because we all need that barn wall. I heard you coming. Right. We all need that barn wall. That's what I was switching to. They wouldn't let me. We all need those 4 walls to build a house. So you have to contribute to society just so people will build the house. Like, you don't hunt your own food, but you have to contribute to society to get that food that's been hunted. Even though we farm now, we don't call it hunting, we call it farming. We literally raise things to kill them. It never get a chance to live, just to kill it. Think that living in captivity is living. Like, the world is crazy. The more you think about it, the crazier it'll drive you. That's why religion tells you shut the fuck up and listen and don't ask questions, just believe. I believe that's why we started blocking out the night skies with our electricity and stuff, you know, block out the stars. Because if you look at a vast, you know, night sky and endless time in the sky of stars, and to know that every star has a solar system around it, because every star is the sun. You'll feel insignificant. You'll start asking a lot of questions. Drive yourself mad. Hey, okay. So something completely, still is deep, but completely unrelated. You ever had one of those dreams where you felt like you're falling and you're falling and you're falling? What if that's our soul being dropped into a battle royale like this? Like, what if those dreams is the exact moment, you know, we were born type of thing? We fell from heaven and we were born. Be crazy, right? But We were young. Our conscience is young. We don't know. No, but we know because we experienced it. Just a thought. All these questions never answered. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Tried to warn him. I heard you. Said, look out. Just thought, you know. Just a thought. I try not to think so much, but I'm a thinker. You know, I'll be needing these conversations, these mentally stimulating conversations. I can't have them with everybody, so I have them with myself. Or I talk out loud with you guys. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere is responding and answering. Mental stimulation. Eyes be needing it. Instead of being told, you're insane, get out of here for having those stupid ass thoughts. Bat cave. Found somebody's bat cave. Oh, my alarm's finally going off. I've been up early. I went to sleep super early. I didn't get to do my push-ups yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday. I went to sleep at like 8 o'clock. I've been up since like 4. Just a long day. I had a crazy dream that I slept with a transvestite. Hermaphrodite, a person that has both. And they gave me AIDS. That was my dream. Yeah. I still slept great though. I woke up and it was a scary, hearing that was scary. But then in the dream, the person was gonna kill me. No, they were like, I could kill you. I was like, I still prefer to live. And that's what made the dream worth it. Is life worth living? If you found out you slept with a transvestite and got AIDS, would you still want to live? If they were like, I could kill you right now and nobody would give a shit. You could catch a bullet to the brain. Would you still want to live? Like, I like living. You know why? Because what's on the other side is scary. Not knowing what lies there. If there's anything that lies there. For all we know, we could live one life. And how mentally fucked up you are or how mentally sound you are determines that level of life. Higher plane of consciousness, lower plane of consciousness. It all depends. Just your conscious state changes. Therefore, your surroundings changes. Because what if we are like, what if we're living in the Garden of Eden and we just don't know it? And that's part of, and that's kind of, not knowing is heaven and not knowing is hell. Come here, wolf. They won't let me spray you, wolf. Sorry, Battle Cat. That's heaven and hell right there. To know that you're in the Garden of Eden, but nobody around you knows. That would be like living in hell, right? Eat that. Ah, you jackass. Right? To not know that you're living in the Garden of Eden, then only to find out, and then people don't believe you. That would be like hell too, right? Hi. How are you doing? Like Hades, you know, there's a higher level of Hades, and then there's a lower level of Hades, but it's still just one afterlife. Right, there is no real separation other than where you are. I'm good. Thanks for watching. Say, I didn't mean to hit you so deep this morning, you all, but I like to go deep. Title of my sex tape. 9-9. It's alright, thank you. Don't forget to hit that like. Please hit that like and subscribe. Have a good day. I hope you ace that test. I hope you learn what you need to learn. Learn something from me. Thank you, thank you. People like you make it worth it. Some days I'm like, is this for nothing? But then I remember I like gaming. And then people like you just, that's like, hey, I watch. Or at least I try. And make it worth it. The streaming worth it. It's highly appreciated. I got to get ready for work in a bit too. Like I work. Thought I saw a wolf over here. Then I thought I saw that lady from Pocahontas that's in the tree. Reality tree, right? Curiosity. Curiosity. I'm gonna build me a house on the rivers. Not on the river side, but on the river itself. I don't think I have enough resources. I don't, so I'll just build a bridge. I need more materials. How do you shape the world around you? Violence doesn't have to be the answer. I created a bridge to bridge the gap. Whoops. Now the lady doesn't have to get her feet wet. Now we can get those goods to the people that need those goods. You a bitch. But that'll be my last match for the morning. I have to go to work. Remember, it's okay to have questions, but be careful. Questions drive you crazy, especially questions you can't answer. Okay?